iconic conference center. And today, I'm a Patriot TV is coming to join all these entrepreneurs and the book launch. So we are part of a thriving economy of South Africans who want to showcase their businesses, and they are being led and mentored by none other than the iconic lady herself, Timmy Bastian, who is launching a book today. So join us as we move on this journey. I'm a Patriot TV with Breakfast Tuesdays with none other than Dr. Gordon Lesley Rose, your favorite host. Let's go and let's enjoy. Wow, the star of the show. But guys, this has been an amazing time. Again, we were here with the Raw on the book launch of none other than Timmy Bastian on her third book. It's been amazing. But what captured my whole moment is the entire day was spent not about her, but about the entrepreneurs that she's mentored, that she's touched their lives, that she's impacted their lives some way or another. So having an opportunity to showcase those guys, hear from them, has been nothing but great. So it was really a fantastic time to me for us to be here as I'm a Patriot TV, just to showcase what your patriotic style is. And we were impressed. Thank you so much for allowing us to hijack your show. We spoke to you yesterday, you allow us to come, and we hijacked it, we took over. We were putting cameras everywhere and even lighting up the place.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, so thank you. Tell us a bit about Timmy.
Sure. So I'm Timmy Bastian. I'm an author. I'm an accredited life coach. I'm a mother, but more importantly, I'm a lover of people. I am a server by nature. So I think that would be my drive every time.
Wow, fantastic. You know, when you say you're a server, I sat here today and I listened to testimonies that told us the impact you've made in people's lives. It's amazing. And that brought me to your organization, Raw. Mm-hmm. What is behind Raw? What is it that Raw is about?
Okay, so for me, it's about the lost voices, right? We all have so many stories that makes up the components of who we are. But when we get to certain points in our lives, we forget those stories or we negate some of them. And what Raw is about is taking the holistic story of who you are, telling that story, but also helping you change the narrative of what was to what is. So at the basis of it is I was, I am, I will be. And that's the story of Raw.
Wow, fantastic. So Raw is impacting a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people in different ways. Yeah. I've heard a lot of testimonies sitting here today. How has that journey been for you? Having heard for yourself, how many lives you've impacted and touched through this organization?
What it was for me is listening to the people, right? So you have this inkling of certain things that you do, but you don't see the enormity of it. And today, I heard my story back, and it touched me. I'm sitting here now, and I'm getting emotional again, because I'm like, wait, what? I did what? When was I there? You know, for me, it was a cup of coffee. I didn't know that it served into their bigger purposes. So it was absolutely beautiful to hear.
Amazing. I spoke to the couple that you guys met when you went for a funeral.
Yeah.
And they shared your meeting experience with them. And I was like amazed. And I'm like, so all the encounters this woman has have a kind of like an extraordinary occurrence. Yeah. Something amazing that then becomes something great. Yeah. And it's just amazing how you connect with people. Looking at how we met.
Yeah.
It started off just like a phone call. Yes. And then boom, here we are today.
So I think where the authenticity comes from, right, is as people, we want to take from people. My foundation is giving. So even if you heard the conversation that we had yesterday, you were speaking most of the time. I was just listening to you. I was excited when you got excited. I calmed down when you calmed down. we just need to give people a voice, right? And that's how I've created the movement, the Raw movement, because I realized that a lot of people does not get heard. And all they want to do is tell you their story. And that's what we heard here today. So it's so exciting. I'm so glad that you got to speak to so many of them.
Yeah, no, I'm actually excited. And we were actually overwhelmed at how it turned out. Because we came here thinking, we'll be here for like 3 hours tops.
Yeah.
You know, a few people. But every story mattered. Every story created an opportunity to say, we're going to come to you. We're going to come to you. We have now got probably content to last us a long time, because all these people are going to have direct engagements from what you created. So this is the impact you've made, and these are entrepreneurs. And it was amazing that majority of them, 99%, are women.
Yeah.
And it is just amazing. How do you get an opportunity or create a movement where so many women are able to gather? We know that wherever we go, we are told women can't work together. But today, the narrative has changed. How do you do it?
Again, giving other people their voices, right? It is about the fact that what's in it for you. I've got an ROI for every relationship that I have. And I say it up front. So every woman that you see in any business, I'd be like, okay, so tell me what your ROI is for me, and I'll tell you mine. And if that clicks, then we work together. I've had to say goodbye to many, many other entrepreneurs for the same reason, because we have the conversations, and then I have to say to them, actually, our alignment is not proper. Wow. And yeah, it's a difficult one to have, but it's good because then you can see the genuine people, you know, the people that you want to build relationships with. So for me, it's not doing business, it's building a family with you.
Wow. It is amazing. Honestly, it's very hard and rare to find somebody who has the passion, the love for it, but also a monetized approach that is not only about money, but shared principles. And that is very rare in South Africa, because every time you go out there, people want to find what I can get. What is it that you're going to give me? Give me a chance, give me an opportunity. And nobody wants to give. And it has really made it tough to actually navigate the business space.
So I think for me, right, because of the kind of people I have around me, I push for your greatness. And the essence of it is, you heard today, 90% of them has never spoken in front of people. So they came in and they said they want to sponsor, right? And they were like, I'll purchase a table. I'm like, I don't need your money. Come and speak. Show me what you got. No, Timmy, I can't. I laughed. There was one person, I can't mention the name, but the person was on the phone with me. In my view, this is what the person does for a living, so you shouldn't be afraid, right? And they were like, no one's actually given me the opportunity to. I said to him, well, then that's your problem. He's like, no, but this is the space that I belong in. I'm like, I want nobody else but you. And you're going to stand there and you're going to tell me your story. And if it's easier for you to tell me how we met and then go into it, you know, and that's how, for me, that's where the crux is take the person out of their comfort zone, but within the confinement of their comfort. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And I believe when I heard the program director, they said Raw is about transforming the narrative.
Yes, sir.
And I picked that up, and I needed to see it in what I heard. And definitely it came out strong. I saw the narrative being transformed, and a lot of people confessed to that. They revealed that, and that's what is being transformed. It's an amazing thing that you've done, and I'm so grateful that you made I'm a Patriot be part of it. And we're really excited to actually working with you and all the other entrepreneurs and giving them a voice, because I'm a Patriot is all about that. We have created this platform to say, we don't care how much it costs us, but we're going to expose the local business there, because we are sick and tired of the bad noise that's there. We told South Africans are lazy. They can't do anything. Because nobody showcases what South Africans are doing. They only want to showcase the successful guys. But nobody wants to showcase the small guy making an impact, creating jobs for 10, 20, 5, 11 people out there, and that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to expose those kind of people, and seeing what you're doing has really made us realize that we can really make an impact if we can just work together.
We can. You know, you're speaking and I'm laughing because the sponsor that I went to first, right? We had this conversation and I told them exactly this. And I had to go pitch, you know, the normal. And I had to go pitch and I did that. And I seen the face. And they came back saying they want to be my sponsor. And I said, no, thank you. And they asked me, how do you say no to money? I'm like, this. No, thank you. And then I walked out.
And I think what I love about you is that you know what you want.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's very rare.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing as well, because as a woman, knowing what you want does not allow people to trample over you. And I know how difficult the space is.
Yeah.
Now my interesting one is the coaching game.
Yeah.
I call it the game because that's what it's become now.
It has.
Everybody wakes up in the morning and they're a life coach. So if I wake up tomorrow and I've done my coach program or short course or whatever, then I wake up a coach.
Yeah.
And then I'm marketing myself as a coach out there. Has become filled with a lot of fake.
100%.
A lot of people that are just leading people to conundrums and the dungeon.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself relevant, authentic, and reliable?
So for me, I think it would be more the fact that I didn't choose life coaching. It chose me, right? So I've got a plethora of stories, obviously, of things that has happened to me in the course of my life. But the thing that changed the trajectory of my life, so before I turned 28, so from a tumor to a divorce to, you know, a whole lot of things. And I was supposed to go for an operation. And I had then said to the doctor, I'm taking myself off medication for 90 days. I need to see something. And that's where the journey of Raw began, but without me knowing, right? So we won't go into the details of it. But what ended up happening is, after everything, I realized that I was the common denominator in all my stories, whether it was abuse, whether it was work things, whether it was family related. Like, I'm the common denominator. What is it about me that brings chaos everywhere? So I took time out, I took 10 years out, and I started studying. But I didn't study for people, right? So I've got the certifications to back the things up, but it wasn't for them. What ended up happening is I studied psychology, then cognitive behavioral therapy, neurolinguistic therapy, and then I put it all together. But there was still something missing, especially for me and my upbringing, right? Was my faith. That my faith in these things of science kept on going, okay, we work together, but we don't work together. We work, you know. So I try to find the puzzle in it. And how I wrote my first book is I actually took those principles, cleaned them up, because in the 90 days with the tumor, by the time the 90 days were up, the tumor was gone. I never went for an operation. And understanding from the tumor, I developed fibromyalgia, then arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, then I developed epilepsy as well. You would have heard me saying I'm dyslexic as well, right? So I've got this hand that was dealt that is so bad, but the problem is nobody can help me but me, right? And with the arsenal that I had at the time, just studying, I'm like, okay, so how do I take this thing and this thing? But because I'm a process kind of person, I started building processes instead of trying to fix the problem. I'm like, okay, so this is the problem, but how do I build that process to dictate to me what my next move is? So I just started building processes in between things. After the tumor, I was looking at it and I was like, nah, I think this is a fluke, right? Then I was in debt for 850,000 Rand, apart from my ex-husband. And I used the same principles and it worked again. I was like, 2 times a fluke? This can't be. So I started writing things down, like every single step that I did, right? consecutively for 21 days. I was like, okay. Then when I got married, I weighed 55. I got divorced and I weighed 92, right? And you see how short I am, so you can only imagine the stockiness in me, right? So I'm like walking around, oh my gosh. And after that, I started using the same principle for weight loss. And I was like, okay, but this is 3 things. And then I started telling people about it. Every time they came to me with a problem, I just kept on going, why don't you do this, this, and that? Why don't you do this? They didn't understand that I was building case studies in the background. So every time I moved this thing, I gave them something else to do, and I'm like, okay, it ticks, okay, that one doesn't work, scratch it out. So I was creating a process, not only for me, but for others without even realizing that this was being done. Yeah, and that's how the first book came out after other issues that happened.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you've taken your life journey.
Yeah.
You've converted it into processes.
100%.
And from those processes, you've then turned them into tools.
Yes.
And toolkits that actually help people.
100%.
So that authenticates your actual coaching.
Yeah.
So it's not something you are putting together because you learned it. It's experience, it's tested. So
it's not a certificate.
Exactly.
It is, and I keep saying I come from the school of hard knocks.
Wow.
Right? So I kept on getting knocked down, but I didn't go cry. I went, okay, so how do we fix that process now? And this is how all of these things came about. Hence, I can have conversations with any entrepreneur. And this is why I can say to you quickly, oh, don't do that. You're going to spend 5 years running in that, move into space too. So it doesn't come from a book, although we've got that because we have to. Mm-hmm. Well, not all of us, but you know, it's something I wanted.
Are kind of like important for relevance.
100%, but in the same breath, like I say, it's certificates. I don't go fetch degrees. I know before I lay my head down to rest, you will call me doctor. I understand how important that is, right? Especially for my legacy and for my children's children. You know, and saying that, just a quick sideline, my dad last year November became Dr. Casey Mayers.
Oh.
It took him 40 years, right, with everything up and downing, but he never gave up on his dream. And I think being raised by a king and queen, and I don't mean it in, you know, the slang that everybody uses now. I mean these people put their time and effort into every single thing. Like our house is made of excellence. If we have lunch, it looks like Christmas. Like Christmas lunch, my mom used to have menus set before the time. We all lived like one big happy Indian family. We all lived in one space. And even if it's your birthday, we live in together in the same space, right? But I have to invite you to my birthday. It doesn't happen. And I think today was a testament of that. You've seen the programs running, you've seen there was music behind every single thing, like everything was so well thought out, but it began at home. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. And really, I would say I got to experience a totally different approach to anything. I've been to book launches, I've launched my own.
Sure.
But what I saw is something different, something unique. An opportunity of selflessness was the biggest thing that caught my eye here. And I would say it is a patriotic stance that I would support at any given opportunity. Seeing somebody give up that space where you'd want to shine the whole time.
Yeah.
Your speech only lasted 7 minutes. The
You
rest
timed
of
me.
the show was everybody else.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all you did.
Sure.
That's all you did. You did a quick thank you. You did a small intro of the book, and that was it. After that, you ushered people to come and buy, and you handed that part over to somebody else who did an exceptional job as well. So it is amazing how you identify certain skills in people, and you're actually able to let it come out strong in there. And that I can give you total points on that.
Sure. Thank you.
So very soon we'll be calling you Dr. Timmy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Looking
sir.
forward to that. I'm more looking forward to reading your thesis or your research paper. I love reading. I'm a fan of reading,
Oh, good.
especially research. I know people get bored with research. I'm a research lover because I love reading research, and it builds on a person's character
100%.
because it actually tells you about work that a person has gone out there, studied, looked for solutions, and you can actually trust it. I know AI has taken over, and that's my next question. AI has taken over.
Yeah.
It has really, really taken over, you know, and it's scary. I had to write a foreword for somebody's book.
Okay.
And I was so happy going through the book. I could see that this is not AI. This is human element at its core, because you can see the way they pull out scripture. The book is the way anybody would write, all over. It's touching this, it touches that, and that's how we love it. It's not too clean, too proper, too structured. It's repetitive, and that's what we like, because it shows you human nature. And going through that was very interesting. But we know what AI has done. How has AI really changed the spectrum in your perspective of business things?
It's become, people become lazy again, right? There was this phenomenon where everybody started reading again and doing things. And I love it, right? Because it's scripturally bound. And then this laziness came in again. And like you're saying, I've now, in the last probably 2 months, had about 4 or 5 people launch books. And like you're saying, you can, an avid reader can read by line 8, nah, this is not authentic, this is not you. The problem with that is, because you were speaking to a machine, it's not capturing my feelings. If you heard the one gentleman, River Miller, read about our friend who had passed away in September, 32 years old, right? His heart stopped because he was stressed out from work. And it broke my heart because he called me a few hours before that. And he was already saying goodbye, and I said to him, boy, you're 32. What could you possibly be stressing about? But it's these AI things, right? It's the fact that people don't have human connection anymore. Just get over it. We are still spirit beings. We need connection. We have to touch and feel. I guess for me also, the bigger part of my books and stuff is there's no electronic versions of it. You cannot get it on any Kindles. You have to buy the book physically. I know that you opened it. You've seen there's a lot of notes, which means you have to take pen to paper. There is no way that you can do it any other way. And it gives that mind, head, heart, hand perspective. Because by the time you have written it down, all the other senses worked with it to give you your story. And you get to keep it and reread it. So AI, for me personally, is a no-go. I laughed because my editor asked me to do something on AI. And I had a fit with this book, right? And she said to me, T, there's something I specifically want you to do on AI, is take your book, because you still don't believe your work. I want you to feed it, but there was a certain one for authors, right? And you get the thing to rate your book, and then tell you why, who, and then who do you write closest to, right? I'll share that with you on WhatsApp. And so we've never spoken, my editor and I, in 3 years, right? I've never met her. And I just gave her a call this one day because I was having a panic attack about the book. And she asked me to feed AI this thing. And it came back giving me a 9 out of 10 rating for my book, right? And then it says to me, my work is along the lines of Dr. Miles Monroe, Simon Sinek, and Brene Brown.
Wow.
I sat there and I cried, understanding that these people are people that I've looked up to. I've loved their work, I do their research behind it. So for me, it's not just reading a book, right? I need to know about the person in order to first read the book. And I sat there and I was like, but it goes back to your AI question, right? It took me so high that this thing would say this to me, but in the same breath, it damages your perspective of you. So I was thinking, if I didn't get a 9 and I got a 5, would I have released this book? And then you see that shift in your emotion again. And when something has control of your emotion, you're in trouble.
Exactly.
Whether it's people, whether it's a machine, like we need to be careful, and we're not in business right now.
And I've always said, my brother is an IT fundi, and he's into tech and all that stuff. And he's always spoken about taking AI and using it for efficiency. I've said to him, look, I understand the hype because you guys are tech junkies. Course. For me, I see it as a solution, yes, but not something I can depend on.
No.
Because I can sense what exactly you're saying. It has turned us to become lazy people.
But here's the thing. Anything, we need to use it as enhancers, right?
Yes.
It's the same principle, like our relationship gonna go forward, right? If there's no reciprocity in the thing, then we can't carry on with it, right? Because you need to feel like I've got your back, and vice versa.
Exactly.
Because again, we wouldn't have had this conversation because me telling you yesterday that this is what's going to happen and you experiencing today as two different things. Right? Because we keep selling one another down the riverbed. It's like, no, friend, no, come and see this and do. And then when you come, there's like, no, it doesn't meet expectations, right? And I believe in you set your intentions and it will happen, but also put the work in.
Exactly.
Because we've got this whole thing now, we're sitting in like, money come to me, money come down. I'm like, woo, Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing and it's been a great experience. I won't lie, and I'm actually looking forward to going through your book. And I love books that give me work to do, activities to do. I actually enjoy that. I don't know why. I enjoy actually writing. I'm still the print kind of guy. I carry a phone and a laptop because I need to read before I go in. And people think I'm old school. I tell them, look, it's very difficult to carry books around now because they're not there anymore. So I'll have my books on my laptop. I'll go through books and answer questions based on that. I'm a reader. I love reading and I love consulting things. Whereas many people will go Google. I've found that Google misgoogles you. So,
all the time.
Yeah, so I would rather find the stuff, read it, and make my own assessment of it. And what I've assessed here is one thing that I'm really going to take home, and I wish the patriotic South Africans that are watching us today are able to pick this up. It's not about what you know, but it's about who you impact. That's my message I found today. It's not about what I know. I can know everything, but what I know has not impacted somebody, then I know nothing. And what I learned from you today is that with all the vast knowledge experience you had you not impacted these people, it would mean nothing. But for the fact that you've made impact with your knowledge, that value of that knowledge is got no price.
Sure.
And that's the lesson I've learned today.
Wow.
So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the experience. My last question to you. Sure. What was the passion behind Dare to Enter the Lion's Den? So, I never expected that for the title, by the way, because I didn't see the title of the
I made sure nobody knew.
I actually thought the book is going to be business for business.
Definitely not. I did do that deliberately. So, writing the first 2 books, trying to go into the communities, because a lot of the work I did was in Soweto and Kagiso this time around. But what I've learned is people want to do things, right? But nobody's consistent, nobody's focused, nobody has discipline enough to get them to where they all got attitude. Dear Lord, they all have attitude, right? Yeah. And look, we need it, but there's a time and place for everything. Why the day for me is understanding we've already got the scars. That's what those marks represent. We already bled. Right? That's why the blood is there. Now can we please do the actionable thing? So the first book welcomes you. The second book invited you to be part of my pride, right? Lion pride. This one tells you now, action. the last 2 books, because without that, you are going to be stagnant. The circle is there to, again, everything goes around. It has to. So I can't just be consistent to get day because I wanted the event. It needs to be a lifestyle. So the circle represents the infinity of, it doesn't matter how many times you're going to do it, but learn every time. We don't need to bleed every single time we need to do something. Be impactful in what you're doing. Make sure you bring somebody with you. And here's the thing, we are going to suffer the price of change. We have to. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And I'm saying to you, do it, but I dare you to bleed while you're doing it. And on the other side of that thing, you're going to come and testify why that blood stain is so good for your soul right now.
Wow. Patriots, I'm out of words. This has been an amazing time. And we've learned so much in this short space of time that we're here. But one of the things that I'm really, really happy about is to see you standing here at this time. You've sacrificed so much. Guys, let me tell you something. Yesterday, when I spoke to her and I told her what we do, and then she's like, without even meeting me here, she says, but I would like you to focus more on the other guys, not so much on me. You'll get an opportunity to see me when I'm on stage, but please focus on the other entrepreneurs that have been there. But we insisted she stays. We insisted she gives us this opportunity. We needed to know who is the lioness behind these lionesses that are roaring in the business industry. And it was great to meet you.
Thank
and
you.
Fantastic to see you.
Thank you. 2 things. So 1, raw is not gender specific and it's not gender fluid, and I tell you why. There is this misconception that a lioness is less than. So when I speak about raw, she does not have a he or she. That is my baby. The point is the lion in me needs to meet the lion in you. But I cannot do that if you see me as a lioness. So when I come, I tell you raw, but I don't tell you raw like a lioness or raw like a... This is why when you take the stage in your life as a lion, you're going to give it all you got. But when you specify lioness and lion, then it comes in like a Hello Kitty. Yeah, no, darling. I roar every single time.
Wow. I hope you heard that, guys. It's not gender specific, so I would draw the lioness. The lion behind the lions that have been roaring. Thank you so much, Dr. Timmy.
Yes, call it and it
we
will
speak
come.
it into existence.
Yes, please.
You know how we are. We speak things into existence. The first time when somebody called me doctor, I hadn't received my doctorate yet, and I was feeling embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I said to the guy, wait, they're coming. He says, double portion. And I
There
thought
we
he's
go.
joking. So I graduated with my strategic leadership doctorate in business administration, but focus was on strategic governance.
Wow.
I then got an honorary doctorate on theology, and I was like, hey, double portion, that's what
There
that
we
guy
go.
So I said, we'll call you double doctor.
You can give me one for now. Loan it to me.
So it's been an exceptional journey coming across somebody like you with the strength that you have. And being a patriotic South African, to all those patriots out there, what is the parting message you'd like to give them just to encourage them for the last time?
Okay. So 2 things. I first want to speak to you before I speak to them. I want to say to you, you did not need to make the call. You did not need to come here. And for this, I am eternally grateful. You kept a promise. And in my world, that is more than all the money. It is more than all the sponsorships you can give me. The fact that you honored your word speaks about who and what you are. I've watched you interact with people. You didn't even know who I was or what I looked like. I didn't even know who you are and what you looked like. And the beauty part of it is you didn't ask and I didn't ask. We met one another at a point of I'm going to see her and I'm going to see him. So thank you for that. You taking time out and sitting with each and every one of my sponsors. They came back and they're like, Timmy, I'm like, we're all going to have coffee and I promise you we're going to have another event. I want to say from my soul to yours, there was a connect and it needed to happen. I'm appreciative of your time, of you spending everything you could. Because remember, it's not just about it. Today was difficult. Today was difficult. Today was emotional. Today was heavy. But you've lifted that, and you kept space for me, and you don't know me. And then you kept space for my people, and you don't know them. You don't need to do what you do, but you do it anyway. And for that, I want to say, from Raw and myself, what a beautiful opportunity it was for you to be in the presence of what we do and to honor it the way you do. And that goes for your team as well. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. To everybody else, right? Never stop believing. Your story matters. It is important. Doesn't matter how ugly it is, right? My parting words is, let us change the narrative of your story so you can feel every single moment of your life, good, bad, and the ugly. And here's the thing, with every emotion comes a victory and a victory and a victory, so that we do not leave people broken anymore. Come and mend them every chance you get. It doesn't mean you need to just pour in money. Pour in your time. Give of you as you can, when you can. But start with self first. The more you know you, this is why I can't get intimidated by men, even if I tried. There's no man on this earth, okay? There's no man on this earth that can scare me. And I don't mean it arrogantly. I'm saying to you, I know that I know who I am. And then I know whose I am. And in that sure foundation, I stand going, now take me down.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm a Patriot TV, brought to you proudly, but I'm a Patriot movement. I'm a patriot from another patriot to many other patriots. Let's support each other. Let's hold each other by the hand. We give platforms to businesses, entrepreneurs, startups to come and showcase themselves. And this was nothing but exactly what fits into our agenda. So let's support those businesses. Let's reach out to them. Let's connect. And as we showcase everything proudly South African and truly South African, as patriotic as we are, we thank you so much for joining us today and watching the show. We're looking forward to more shows and more connects with Raw and coming together to see how we can empower more business people, because that's our passion. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mzansi. Patriots, good morning.